Hello, everyone. Hey, Marlon. Hey, Miss Charmaine. Hey, Mike. Hey, Blaze. Brat Wat, FKS Graham, AB Do, Marco, Holy Mountain, Amber, Karen, Sky Guy. All right. Hey, everybody. Usually I'm on at 10. I mean, at 9 o'clock. Is it 9 o'clock? At 9 o'clock on Tuesdays with Tuesday tea time. And but I had to take I had like a little course that I was doing with a boot camp that I'm doing to kind of broaden out my business. You guys know that I'm always I'm what you call a serial entrepreneur, but you guys know what my true purpose in life has been. And so I was doing that course, and then I figured that I'd still come on and do this Tuesday tea time with you. But also I had an assignment to do. And so I figured, why not merge them both in one? So for those that are watching now, or who may possibly watch a little later, if you guys do not know who I am a retired a multi-award winning adult film star, Nyomi Banx. And it's so many different facets to me, but I was given the opportunity to have this platform with building Nyomi Banx, that I knew that I wanted to do something more bigger, that was bigger than myself. And if you guys have been following me for the past 10 years, especially the past 2 years, you guys know that the journey that I've been going on through self-healing myself, going through the transition of growing, not only personally, but also spiritually. And you guys know, because I just put out a book called Good Morning, My Sexy People, 90 Days to Kick Off Your Healing. For me, I've been through many facets of my life, as I always say, many chapters of my life. We all are a book. We all have chapters in our books, in that we usually turn the page and it's time for something new. For me, what I found out is through my book and through my chapter in my journey, I've learned from each one of those things. It's taken me almost 50 years to know all of that. But what I did find out is that there wasn't a lot of people who can relate to me. Coming from the adult industry, from the entertainment industry, at times we looked at to being like we have no worries and no problems and no situations, and that we all good. Part of my purpose is to give those who are willing to listen, who speaks my language, the tools to be able to heal within themselves, to understand that everything that they went through in life, that they can find a silver lining in the reasoning of that there are lessons to be learned of those things. And so even with a few clients that I have right now, I feel like that is now time for me to start to broaden, to broaden my coaching skills and times for everyone. So I know I come on here on Tuesdays for our Tuesday tea time so we can sit and speak. Well, usually me speaking to you all. But this is something that I wanted to do with that. So I'm going to say this. One of my goals is for this year. One of my goals for this year, and I'm going to be very honest. I'm about to be very modest with my numbers. And this is because I'm doing one-on-one coaching right now. I want to help at least 500 people by the end of the year. Coach 500 people by the end of the year. That is my modest. But honestly, you guys know in January that I started the Ask Nyomi tour, Healing Through Spirituality and Sexuality, where I want us to go to city and have a conference to where I have a panel of specialists that can be able to help you not only heal spiritually, but also heal through sexually, because that is the core of our souls on where it's at. Now you ask, Nyomi, exactly what are you coaching on? I'm coaching on life experience. I'm coaching on relationships. I'm coaching on love. I'm coaching on sex. I'm coaching on spirituality. All of that is the epitome of life for me. That's what I'm coaching on. And so right here on the Ask Nyomi, not on the Nyomi Banx, if it's something that you guys truly want to do, and you guys looking to heal from whatever thing that you have been going on through your life, and you can really sit and talk to somebody who comes from a non-judgment place, then you can DM me. You can DM me now here on Ask Nyomi, not on Nyomi Banx. Please, not on Nyomi Banx, because it won't get answered. But here, right here, it will get answered. And we can set up a coaching. As I say, this is a part of my purpose. Anybody that knows me personally know that I am forever speaking into people, talking to them, to see the best of themselves. Because sometimes we don't, but sometimes you need that person out there to give you the tools, to give you that roadmap to help you. And that is me. That is one of my things. All right, so now, thank you for that. So now, let's get on to today. So I know I had posted earlier today. It was a post that I put with the yogi tea, and I asked a few questions, right? So guess what? We're not even going to talk about that right now, because I don't have my coffee cup, my coffee mug with me at this time. I don't. But what I do have, because remember I told you that we was going to do every Tuesday, I was going to come back and I was going to help those who has already purchased the Good Morning, My Sexy People 90 Days Kickoff, that we were going to go into the next page, right? We were doing a page a week. I see you, beautiful people. Thank you. Why, thank you. Thank you. All right, so last week we did forgiveness. Okay, so let me tell you something. This is so funny right here. Even though I wrote the book, I wrote the book, but I'm going to tell you this. I don't know what, order that everything is in, right? I don't know what order that is in. So let me go back and tell you this story right here. So earlier this week, well, actually last week, I was sitting, meditating and praying, as I always do. And I was asking God to, give me a vision to where do you want me to go with this? Now I have all of this. I have a platform. I have a podcast. I even have a book now. I try to, doing a conference. What do you want me to do with this? Give me a vision, because right now, at one point in time, I felt so overwhelmed with everything that I had. I was like, what do I do with all of this? I have it all. So what's my structure? What do I do all this? And then there was something that popped up. And I saw that and I said, oh, I thought about it, but I really never thought about it, because I felt guilty about something. And I will tell you later on, if I remember. I feel guilty about it later on. So I've been taking this class for the past 2 days, and I've truly been enjoying it. It was something that she said yesterday, that coaching is a spiritual journey. And for me, it hit home for me. Because I always tell you guys, I'm not a preacher, but I'm a speaker. And I get, even when I'm speaking to my family members and loved ones, they say, oh no, you need to be a life coach, or you need to do this, or you need to do that. And I used to always say, well, no, I'm just allowing God to lead me to where he wants me to lead me. And, I'm going that way. But then I had so many different goals that I had in mind that I wanted to do. I had 2 foundations that I've created and that I want to build on to help, different categories of people that has been less fortunate and underserved. And I can't do all of that on some of the things that I do. So to fast forward here, this is where I'm at today with this. In my book, it's like page 8. And it's what we want. So it's like what you really want. You know how we say what we want and then we really don't want it, or we really don't know how to get it. I just thought that it was ironic that I'm going through this course this week. I asked for the vision of what and I have my little list of things, my list, or my, things that I want to do. But then I still see that I haven't really done it all, what I want to do. So let me read this for you guys right fast. It says, we want what we want. It said, many times we stare in the mirror and saying we want our body to look this way or that way, but don't commit to the work and the lifestyle change for it. Times we say we want to earn more money, but don't take the time to get organized or research the leads, invest in a course, or better yet, be willing to change our mindset. Constantly, we tell ourselves we can't do this. I can't go here. I can't go without eating that. I don't have the money to invest in that. I know all of those things because I'm guilty of it. And then I said, I know it will help my business, but I guess, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, we say we want something, but we always come up with excuses of why we shouldn't. You understand? So I hope she don't get mad at me, but I wanted to share something with you guys yesterday that I learned yesterday. And you guys can put down there if you understand it or not. And I'm so serious. And I even told my baby this when I got off the phone and I called him up. And I texted him first. And he said, I totally disagree with that. And I truly hope that she doesn't get upset with me when I say this. But what I did realize and found out yesterday is that savings is a poverty mindset. Now, hold on. Now, when I first heard that, I was like, wait, hold on, what? Because that's something that we've always been taught, right? Is that we need to work to save up our money so we can, so we can be able to live out the rest of our lives. And I don't want to say comfortably because we working from a 9 to 5 and we working these jobs and we working from paycheck to paycheck. And so taking that little money to savings or whatever. But what I did learn is that we were never taught to invest. I think around this time, this right here, we're getting more of that. But before, I'm 50. So I wasn't never taught to invest in myself. I was never taught to, once I go to school or college, whatever, just told me to get a good job and save my money. But it was never to invest or create opportunities for money for myself. That's where my guilt come in. And even though I have multiple businesses, I'm a serial entrepreneur, but I'm also a big giver. I give a lot of things away for free. It's a lot of things that I do that I need to, get it all in order. But that made me understand so much better on truly what my journey and my purpose is and why that I am doing that. But why this coincide together? Because I do know what I want. And I'm doing it right now. And if you guys have not got this book, y'all need to get it. And I'm not just saying it because I wrote it. I'm saying it truly because it would truly help you. I wrote this book this year, but a lot of the things that's in this book I've written for the past 2 or 3 years. And it's like a more of a living journal, living diary that I've actually shared a lot of the things with you guys for the past 3 years. But what my thing was that to share it with you because I found myself going through my posts, going like this, looking for something that would that would click for me that day, will change my mood or change my mode for that day. You understand what I'm saying? So in this, and I'm tripping and I'm smiling because what I want, we want what we want, but we don't want to do what it is we're supposed to do for it. We don't do the changes that we need to do for it. We don't. You say you want to lose that weight or you want to fit in that swimsuit or you want to get that girl or whatever like that, but you don't do the things that need to be done to get what you want. So when we say, oh, we want to make this much money, we want to be in this bracket, we want to do this, but do we take the time to do the research? Do we take the time to invest the money into what we want to do? I'm guilty of that because I used to be finding all kind of ways, be like, well, I got to do this. I got to put this in baby girl thing. I got to, I got to do this. So maybe I'm just going to hold off to it. And then before you know it, time has passed by. But this time, I'm not allowing it. I'm not letting it pass by because I asked and I prayed to God to give me a vision. And he brought something to me. And this is where I'm at now. So I said at the beginning of this year that I was going to stop disrespecting the signs that I get. I'm going to stop disrespecting my own faith within myself. I'm going to stop disrespecting my journey. And I'm going to stand bold in it. And that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm doing here. And I want to thank everybody that comes out every Tuesday and even every Thursday to our Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Where we talk about everything from sex, love, relationship, culture differences, and everything for them. But I understand that there's things that I need to do to continue to scale it up so my voice can really be heard over the world. You understand what I'm saying? Because as I always say, we are here to serve one another. Period. You know what my closing thing is always be good to one another in yourselves. And what I say, always keep it sexy. Yeah, but we're not ending, but you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, understand what I'm saying. All right, so I want to do this real fast, and then we're going to get off because, like I said, I came in a little late. And I want to thank Miss Sandra for just, teaching me some things over there in that course. And it was something great. It was good. It had my mind opening and talking. But I want to go back to this book right here. So one of the questions that I had is, today I want to. So it's like, today, what do you want to do? Like, today, what is it that you want to do? I'm waiting. I'm looking. And I see quite a few people that have already bought the book that's in here. All right. Anybody got the answer? Who want to come up first? Today I want to what? Hi, beautiful. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to make it a little easy because I'm going to talk about what I want right now, today. And I'm going to write it down first to make sure that. You say today you want to figure out how to improve your life. Okay, so let me ask you this. Have you started doing some of the things that you know that you need to change? And why I'm saying this to him, because he's been following for a while. And let me say this. This is a big question. Can you be honest with yourselves? Can y'all truly be honest with yourselves? Like, really. Y'all see this mirror right here? This mirror right here? At times I go stand in that mirror and I sit and I stand there sometimes naked. And I go down everything on my body and I tell the truth to myself and I hear myself. A lot of times we lie to ourselves. We do. Sometimes and the thing is that most of y'all have the tools already. I'm just here just to help you to open those tools or to see them for where they are right there. So when he asked me that to try to get, you have to look at yourself and make sure that you're doing the work. That the tools that is given to you already that even when you post and you sign up under my post and say, okay. No. Change your mindset of what you're thinking about that. And think about, okay, how does that relate to me? How does this relate to me? How can I change that? If that relates to me this way and I feel this way, how can I change it so I can feel better? Not that keep the same story and say, well, I'm just trying to, and I can't. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop doing that, baby. Let's stop doing that. We don't want to continue to be the victim of our own circumstances. We want to be the hero or the survivor or the success story within ourselves. Does that make sense to y'all? Yes, mindset is essential. Mindset is essential. And a lot of people ask me, Nyomi, why you don't ever go live on Nyomi Banx? Why you only go live on Ask Nyomi? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I understand the persona. I understand of what I created at Nyomi Banx over there. And it's because I'm still sexual. I'm still a sexual being, will always be. But over here, it's more than just that. It's more than just that. And there's a certain audience, there's a certain client, there's a certain soul and person that I'm supposed to be speaking to. I'm not for everybody, and I understand that. I'm looking for those that speak my language and I speak theirs, if that makes sense. So that's why I come here on Ask Nyomi and I don't go on Nyomi Banx. Because I'm looking to flush out those that are not real or that are not looking for healing. That's why. Thank you. But it's like you need to, okay. All right. All right, my number 2. What am I going to do to get what I want? Like, what are you going to do to get what you want? What are you going to change? What are you going to change? It's like at a point in time, you have to stop saying what you're going to do and then don't do it. You have to. I know a lot of people are guilty of this. Well, I'm saying I'm going to do this. Just last week, I said I'm going to get up and I'm going to start going back to work out. It just took a little wind to stop me, and I'm just being honest. But then I know, is that something that I really want? Or am I just saying that to make myself feel good because I might not like the situation that I'm in now? Y'all understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Too much procrastination on your side. I suspect the spirit of laziness. Oh my God. Yes. You know what? And I said it's a saying about procrastination. And I'm going to look it up because I remember seeing it a few weeks ago. And it was like procrastination is like the disrespect to God's timing or something like that. It was something like that. Don't quote me exactly, but it was something like that. And at times I've been guilty of that. But you know what I see with procrastination is a lot of self-doubt. Or not believing that you can possibly do what you say you want to do. You hear me? I know, like you pausing. Yeah. And let me scroll down here because I saw somebody said something. Hey, Miss Melissa. Yes, that makes sense. Someone told me something similar. They were like, the doors of what you want have already been unlocked. You just need to walk through them. Yes. Yes. That is so true, Miss Melissa. You know what? Okay, so let me share this with y'all. This morning, I was sitting here on the floor praying and meditating, as I always do. And I had said to myself, what's stopping you from really stepping into your, like really stepping in it? You know what I'm saying? Really stepping in it and going to the now, because you know you can't. You know you can because you did that when you went into the adult industry. You know, you've been in the music industry. Like you've done so many different things and you went in and you made your stand. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing. So what is holding you back from doing this? And a part of it was fear. The part of it was fear of what somebody might say on that they might not accept me in this realm of my life, or they would think that I was not genuine, or it was fake, or it was something or something. And then as I was making my tea, I was like, wait, hold on. This is real. This is me. Like I literally been me through my whole life, especially during the adult entertainment part, because I had no choice. When you're vulnerable and you butt naked like that on you showing it all. You showing everything possible. So it's like, now what are you scared of? What are you scared of? You scared because people gonna say what? Oh, you did this on camera. But you did. But I did. Okay, and? Well, what if your kids see that and look at it? I'm going to sit and explain to them exactly what it is and why I did what I did. Okay, and? Well, you can't do this and you ain't, who are you to say that you can tell somebody how to do? Well, it's not for you. But who I'm reaching and who I'm talking to is for them. You see how I just answered all of those questions, or all of those doubts that I figured, that I made up in my mind that everybody's going to say, yes, I do. Yeah, oh my God, yes, I do get those, or those reminders of where I came from or where I was at. That's a part of my journey. But that's why I can sit here and I can talk and say, because I've been through all of those things. And my healing doesn't come from the industry. My healing comes through life, period, through everything in life. And see, and that's what the confusion that people get. Oh, you got to heal because of the porn industry? No, that's not it. I'm healing through life, period. I've been married. I've been divorced. I had a child at 19 years old. I've been to college. Yes, I had a 2-parent household. Yes, I did. But we went through situations there. Growing up, peer pressure, just life, period. Being a dark-skinned black woman in this world. There's a lot of healing that I have to do, that I had to do. And even from my choices that I made in life, and I'm not just talking about adult industry. That's not all I'm talking about. I'm talking about even finances. Like I've been rich. And I've been poor as hell. I've been in a thriving relationships, and I've been in some relationships that I'd be like, what you doing here? I lost a lot of friends or acquaintances or whatever you want to call them. But to answer you on that one, Melissa, if you can see where I'm coming around with this is that we ourselves will block it because there be so much fear in us that we stop ourselves. We stop ourselves. And that's where this healing needs to come in. This is where those tools that we get from certain things needs to happen. Sometimes we can't get it from, sometimes we need somebody to help us to unlock those. We do. I'm just blessed that I have me a small little community around me, that we hold each other accountable, that we there when we need each other to cry on. I have an amazing community of people, and I love them dearly. But I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying. You know, we do. We get kind of deep on here sometimes, don't we? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Oh, Mr. Rom, don't cry. Miss Jackson, yes, I've lost a lot of friends. Well, you know what? Let me say this. What I learned is that they were my friends. Because if you can judge me by my career choice and not who the person that I am, then you were never my friend in the first place. It wasn't like I wasn't murdering anybody. I wasn't killing nobody. I was just having good sex on camera. But which I learned a lot about myself sexually. I was a grown woman going through a divorce with kids. So I was grown when I made the choice that I made. And you know what? I'm no longer ashamed of it. Before I was ashamed of it. But it wasn't even my shame. It was other people's shame. It was other people's shame. They would call me a hoe. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Okay. In the dictionary, with that, yeah, that's what it is. I was camera doing. If you look through the dictionary, that's what that is. But but that doesn't determine what type of person I am, of my character, or do it. Does that mean that I can't believe in God? That I should not have a relationship with God? That I should not be spiritual? That I'm not deserving of living a beautiful life with my family and have a love, a special someone? See, and that's where I come from when I'm talking about healing. I'm talking about healing from those things. Healing from those naysayers. Healing from those people that put you down. Healing from those that told you that you cannot do anything, or even feeling left out. I go deeper than secrets. We need to deal with our own subconscious mind. Yes, we have to do away with old ways of thinking. We need to say affirmations daily to reprogram ourselves to who we want to be. So true. So true. Every morning, throughout the day, I do. You know, and let me tell you something. And I'm gonna say this. This is for, and I'm going to say this. I was reading a tweet the other day, and I saw a young lady who was very popular in the adult industry, and she was like, you know, I did this when I was 18. I no longer do this. Stop referencing me in that manner. And I know, because I went through that. I didn't want to be connected to MB at all. When I say I created a whole new business, and I didn't want Nyomi Banx to be nowhere near it. Nothing, because I was creating that business for my daughters. I was creating that whole business. And when I say I went full blown, I was doing conventions and stuff like that. I had a whole makeup line, Kiss Cosmetics. And I hired models to be the face of, a Kiss. I even was at the booth, and I was all the way in the back, trying not to look like Nyomi Banx. And I don't know how I cannot look like her, because that is who I am. But I was hiding in the back so nobody could recognize me, just nothing. because I was so, at that time, it was like probably like three years that I was retired out the industry, and trying to find my identity or what my purpose is in life. And that's what it was. It was me trying to find what my true purpose is in life. And yeah, my bus sat in the back of that damn, yeah, I sat in the back of that booth and was hoping no one saw me. No one did anything. Like, I had the models up there. I've given them all the education that they need, and the sellers. My mom was help selling. She was one of my models. My girlfriends, my best friends, they came out, like, literally. And it was a question that needed to be asked. And I remember them coming to get me, and I had to come from back there up to the front. And I remember feeling so paranoid when people were walking around that people would recognize me and know who I am, because I wanted a kiss to kind of stand on its own. And I remember walking away from the booth and walking, somewhere. And I remember a guy pulled me over, and he said, "I thought that was you." And he was like, "Well, I'm happy to see that you doing something else." But at that moment, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, damn, like, I can't, But that was the shame that I had from it, because society will make you ashamed of it. And I'm not ashamed of it anymore. No. Mm-mm. Yes, Mark, that is so true. Thank you, Roderick. I hope all is well there, Roderick. All right, so let's do the last one. The last question. Well, where's one? Today I am looking forward to what? Hey, Pax. Today I'm looking forward to what? Today for me, I am definitely looking forward to my new way of thinking. Really. Okay, Jeff, I'm gonna hold you to that. That's good, Roderick. Okay. That's good. I am 5'9.5". And the last one is my affirmation for today. What is my affirmation for today? So what is your affirmation for today? Oh, it's coming. It's coming, Mr. Deeper Than Secrets. It's coming. Just be patient. It's coming. It's coming. We want to make sure that we have the right people in store to make sure that everyone can get it. Yeah. Thank you. I like that, Charmaine. Be the change you want to see. To stay motivated and strong. I like that. I don't know what you mean by that art movie. What do you think? You want money? I don't know. Is that for me? What is my workout regimen? I don't have one. I mean, I do, but I need to get back to it. I do. But I need to get back to it. I'm not like a fitness person. I've been blessed to have genes that, all of my life. So now it's just getting into the groove of it. I like that, Deeper. I like God to help me say words that build and not destroy, and words that liberate and not cage others and myself. Before I do anything, and actually I need to just really trip, because I didn't usually, before I go on a live or before I go live on my podcast, I usually always say, in my prayer, I usually always say, God, decrease me and increase you, meaning to use me as your vessel to speak words. You understand? I understand what my path and my journey has led me to my purpose right here. And I know that a lot of words that I say, they're not directly coming from me, that I allow God to use me as his vessel for it. And I remember somebody asking me, what gives me the right to say anything of God, or in that realm of things, because of who I am. And I remember even on this survey, is that was one of my fears, of people not taking me seriously. And then I had to check myself after I already wrote it and put it. I had to check myself, because it doesn't matter who. It ain't about you. It's a bigger picture. It's a much bigger picture. I'm just being used as a vessel, and I don't mind being used at the vessel like this. I don't. That's one of the things that I love. What makes me happy is when I'm able to talk to somebody and know that my voice or the words that I say of encouragement has brightened up their day, has changed the way that they might look at themselves in that moment. I'm an empath, and I feel people energy like crazy, and I say this all the time on my podcast. And usually I have either these really bad migraines, and times I have to take spiritual baths to cleanse myself and cleanse my energy. And if you would ask me this about 6 or 7 years ago, I would have said you were crazy. But I've seen things, and I witnessed things, and I felt things, and so I know that this is so true. And this is a part of my purpose in my journey. There's a lot of people that I have spoken to and talked to and helped them go down a path, and it feels good to do that. It feels good to serve people in that manner, to know that they're happy. So, yeah. And I was like, well, because the past 2 days have been a lot of eye-opening moments for me going through that course. And what I wanted to do, and I was talking to somebody the other day about it, and where I'm going with it now to this day is totally different. And I have to not feel guilty about it. I can't. I like that too. Lord, take more of me and give more of you, more of your faithfulness and more of your kindness and more of your self-control. I try to say those words in my heart and repeatedly as often as possible. Thank you for sharing that. I hope you guys heard. I'm going to read this again to what Deeper Than Secret said. They said, Lord, take more of me. Lord, take more of me, give more of me, you. More of your faithfulness, more of your kindness, and more of your self-control. I try to say these words in my heart repeatedly as often as possible. That's good. Thank you. Go deeper. Thank you, Miss Jackson. I think you were talking about me. Hello, my beautiful sister. You seem to be troubled. No, I'm not troubled. No, I'm not troubled. Mm-mm. Are you troubled? No, I'm not troubled at all. God bless you too. Okay, let me see. Let me go on here. All right, so what I'm doing right now. All right, Marco Archer 1242. I'm getting ready to come in. Let's see if this works today. We get some hits and misses. But remember, we were just doing the page right out of here. I had a good morning, your sexy people. 90 days to kick off your healing. Right now, I only have 20 copies left. And what I was doing a pre-purchase order for them. And before they are officially released on March 3rd. So where you can get it at Amazon and Barnes & Noble and stuff. But right now, but those will not be autographed. These are autographed copies right here. And like I said, every Tuesday I will be here and we will do a page in this book. Like I said, I got 20 more left. That's it. That's it. Which I love because I would have set a nice little goal there. If you buy them all, I will sign in the book and tell you who it is. How about that? How about that? Mr. Mike Patrick. You buy the rest of these books, the 20 books, I will put in here who is my favorites, because I have more than one. Who are my favorites and why? So how about that? You like that? All right, my sexy people, like I said before, it's on my website right now for the last 20 copies. On March 3rd, it will be available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and other platforms. Yes, that is so true. That is so true. That's, sometimes I pray all day. I really do. Man, woo, all day, all day, all day, all day, all day. All right, you guys. I started this off. I started this off with because I had a little homework to do and just, telling my story on who I am for those who did not know, but also telling, why I've become a coach and what am I doing and stuff like that. And so I also said, if anybody needs any coaching, they can DM me right here on Ask Nyomi. Please do not DM me at Nyomi Banx because it will not be answered. You guys know on a daily, I post something encouraging, inspiring, especially things that's going on with me that I like to share through my healing process, for it. But yeah, but I want to say thank you to all that came in and went out. Thank you so much. I see a lot of my loyals that's out here, and I want to thank you guys for continuing to support me here. And that is all. So don't forget, Thursday, we are live Thursday. Ask Nyomi Bridge the Gap podcast, and me and Dog Pound Mike and the BTG crew. We got some great topics. It's the month of love in February. I'm gonna have some cool things for you this Thursday, and then next week we got a nice little sexy guest coming on next Thursday. So remember, you go to asknaomi.com, sign up for the subscription so you can not, you know, what other things are going on there, okay? As well as don't forget, go pick up the book before it sells out. This is the only one that I'm signing, unless I do a signing in a city or somewhere like that, and you can, you know, get it from there. But as I always say, be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy.